Morning. Welcome back to my channel, The Atypical Workshop, and to my house renovation series. As you can see, I've been extremely successful in ripping apart the whole house and turning it into a building site. We've got many ongoing projects. Down here, I've dug down to reveal the water main into the house. I've picked up a load of concrete tiles on Facebook Marketplace for free. These are going to be used to build a porch. As you saw last time, I was working on the floor in here. Now, all of these are episodes for the future, so let me show you what we're going to be focusing on today. Should we crack on?
Got to remember to subscribe. Got to remember to subscribe.
Oh. He says you've been watching for over 30 seconds now, and the likelihood is you're going to keep watching because otherwise you'd have clicked off. So subscribe below. Catch all of my future videos. Check out the playlists of my old videos. There's so much to watch, and I hope you enjoy it. Let's get on with the video. A number of weeks ago, I opened up the exterior shed into a utility room, and in order to do that, I had to move all of these pipes from here because I couldn't open the wall up until they were gone. So that's what I'm going to be focusing on doing today. There's three main things I need to do in preparation for taking out this wall. And the first one is to move these pipes to here, and then I'll hook it all back up together. So to do that, I'm going to need to drain the system. I'll begin by popping all of the clips. 1, 2, 3, 4. In fact, I'm going to need to do these clips as well, and these, and these, and those, just so they can lift away from the wall. I've been out to Screwfix earlier today, and I picked up some 22mm JG Speed Fit connectors. Already got some 15mm elbow connectors. I need to be 50mm away from the wall to account for the joist. So I'll take one of these 22mm 90-degree elbows, and we're going to come up like this. So we need that edge to be 50mm. And we'll go just a little further away like that. So then I need to transfer the line, this line here, onto the pipe like that. However, if I were to do that, where are the next three going to go? In order for that to work, I'd then need to send the next ones off at an angle here and then up. And that would just be doubling the number of connectors I'd use. So what actually I think I need to do is cut the bottom pipe there. That's where the bottom pipe wants cutting. And then each pipe needs to be incrementally shorter so that they come up this wall. And I can go in the other direction at the top. If we've got the first one is sat there, and the second one wants to be sat here, so basically in line with that edge there, and then the end there. I think that should give us what we need. 1, 2, 3, 4. Shall we do some cutting? I think so. Right, this is more than I was hoping for. Good morning. I had to call it a night last night. I was absolutely knackered and my hands were just killing. I couldn't wash my hands because I couldn't get the water back on in time. But it's a new day, the weather's a lot nicer, and I think I can get this cracked. So last night I stopped filming around about when I was fitting these pipes into the first lot of connectors, and I have since got all of those in, and my next task is to get them all hooked up topside. So as you can see, I've got them labelled, as you saw before, 1, 2, 3 and 4. And then I've labelled these ones as well before I cut them up. And they go in a funny order, 2, 3, 1, 4. And you can see how they've dealt with that change of order on the original layout by bringing number 3 out of the way. I've already cut number 1. So I've just got to work out the best way to do this for my temporary solution. And it's really tight to get the cutters in around here, but I think it's going to be easiest for me to make the cuts all the way along here. Now the only problem is these two here. So 1 and 4 are the hot radiator pipes, and you've got the radiator in the master bedroom over there feeds firstly from here. So by cutting that, I would need to attach these elsewhere. But this is going to be the challenging one, because with push fit you need a certain length left over on the pipe to be able to push it on, and there isn't anywhere along here. So I'm wondering if this one I'm going to have to cut it back to here and loop round. I think I might have cracked it. So numbers 1 and 4 are the tricky ones. So what if I came up here with number 1 and up here with number 4 and came across like this, hooked these ones up here, so I would need 2 reducing T's, wouldn't I? I'd need 22 to 15 mil T's. So with the water all still off, you might be able to hear there is a tap running downstairs, the cold water feed that is just helping, because there is a small amount of water still in the system. By having the taps open downstairs, it pulls the pressure away from anything I open up here, but there's very little. Well, I'm going to have to cut it here as well, aren't I? Actually, on some salt. No, that'll do. Okay, so that one's free, and I'm going to have to also write a number 1 on here to make sure I hook it up to the same pipe, and then I'll put a number 4 on here. When I rejigged the kitchen, everything's temporary in this place, isn't it? When I rejigged the piping for the temporary kitchen, I kept any of the copper that I pulled out, and I'm glad I did, because I think I can make use of this that's already been properly bent and use it in my new temporary system to reduce the number of connectors I'm purchasing. I'm dealing with pipe 1 at the moment, and I've put this piece in here which already had a bend in it and enough of a tail to pop a speed fit connector on it. So I need to adjust the height of this one down there. So down below I've put the straight connectors inside of the shed, so that I can have as many of the connectors in non-damaging locations if they leak. Okay, I think I've been to Screwfix for the last time, on this project at least, and yeah, I should have everything I need now. We've got some 22 by 15 by 15 reducing T's, and those are to go here and here. Then I've got some 15mm straight connectors to go here and here. And then I've got these pre-bent bits of pipe. So this one here will go into here, like so. And the other end into there, and there into there. And then I've got another piece here to hook that up. Right, so that's the shortest it can go, but I want to move it this way a little, just in case I've got to make some modifications. And I have a feeling I'm going to have to just put a chamfer on this block, because the fitting is not able to go beyond the edge of the block. So that can lean in a lot further now. And I think this will be the one to connect last, because this one has, this is where I've got the flexibility. So I'll cut this one, take that off again. Okay, spin that one around, get it onto a line like that. Close, and then lovely. Let's now get one end of this on here. Oh God, that might be problematic. I've cut that so short that it's right up against that bit of weld, so it might not push all the way in. Come on. Ow. I think that's all right. So this one here, not only do we need to get it to the right length, but we've got to bend it, and that might be really difficult now that it's a really short piece. This is relentless. Right, I've got the final bit of pipe in. I've just got to push them together, tighten them up. Okay, and then I've got to check over all of the others, because there are many. What a mess. What a mess of plumbing. If it doesn't leak, which I'm not confident, this is the one, if it's going to leak, I think this is the one it will leak on because of that bit of soldering. It's going to be difficult, just me. You know, if there's a leak, then I'll know there's a leak because it's soaking wet, and I can't shout someone to turn the tap off. Oh shit, I've got to close all the radiator valves off first, all the bleed valves. I'll do that, and then I'm going to turn on the cold feed. I'll have to dash up here and then everywhere else down there to check it's not leaking. I think though, if I make sure that the bathroom tap is on behind me, then that will at least divert some of the water, and then I can close the tap off to get a closer look to see if this is staying dry. Cross everything for me. There's no leak up here, that's great. So turn that off. That will increase the pressure in the pipes. Yeah. There's no leak, and I can tell that this water's coming through here because I can open this up and that gains pressure. Obviously that one's closed at the moment. We don't want to open up the water for the central heating. Right then, we got the boiler running. There are no leaks thus far, but we'll find out for certain once it's fully pressurized, once the pipes are hot. I pressurise it to 1.5 bar cold, no leaks, and it's currently heating up. So it's just a bit of a waiting game now. Right, folks, that is plenty for today. Next time I'm going to start knocking through into the utility room. I will see you then. Bye.